But you've got a couple
Correct.
different things then that we've talked about, right? So we know from an exposure standpoint, it's all about, understanding more about boosting, reaching more people through social media practices. And if you were going to design an action item for yourself or make a decision like, I'm going to go learn some more about it, what would that be?
Well, number one, it would be pick a channel that I'm going to utilize most effectively, whether that's Facebook, whether that's LinkedIn, whether that's YouTube. I lean towards YouTube as a default, but I'd like to talk to a social media expert that I can identify here locally. I'd prefer to work with one local because I want them to tune it to my business. Although it's possible it could be over the internet, that would be number one. Number two, if I could get that same person to work with me on my email campaigns and take a look at what I'm doing and see if I should be tweaking some things, changing my formats and making it work better as an integrated part of that campaign.
So I know you've got a local provider. Does it make sense to do any research outside of the local region? I mean, you're in the Bay Area. There's certainly lots of service providers up there that do this kind of stuff.
There are. It's hard. My experience in watching other people go through this is you've got to really be sure who you're working with. So yes, it takes research. There are a lot of people out there. A lot of them don't actually provide a lot of value, and I'm somewhat cautious about that. And so I really want to spend some time with the person before I hire them.
Yeah, no, I understand. So you have to, the same way, you have to discover them, right?
Correct.
And then you have to interview them and find out if they're good. What do they
And
know?
manage
How do they
them.
do it? And what are their referrals? And what are some of the customers that they've already serviced? What are those results? So you could, because you got one person in the local, and that's great, but the number one is kind of a scary one, right? Because one customer, one big supplier, one big, one goes away too easily. So you need to go potentially figure out some other ones. Plus,
Well, you got to interview at least three, right?
yeah. So maybe that's one of your tasks is figure out where am I going to get two more that I want to ask some questions of.
Yep.
And then you can explore that, and you can kind of going down with a partner that knows these the activities, what they do and how they do it, and maybe what the results are. I think that can make a big difference. I will share my own experience with social media. I found a company that does Facebook ads for me, and we ran a little video for them. And this was just a couple weeks ago. It was a 30-second video, kind of a compilation of some of the videos that we do for my guests. And we hit 14,000 person reach, and got 22 hits to the website.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm real excited about that, and I don't think that was the best video at all. So we're going to do another one. But my own brain says, okay, wait, there's something we might be able to do here, right? And again, I found somebody that could do it and understood it. I didn't have to do it. And
So you're trying to use them to help you move yourself up the learning curve.
absolutely. And at the same time, I don't know if I'll ever be as good as they are. So they'll probably continue to be my service provider. But the reality is that I've learned some new things.
Well, and you can help your clients better that way, and you can choose better providers if you have to change in the future, because the more you know, the better people you'll pick.
Yeah, I'd like to be at that conscious competence level. I don't have to be an expert. I don't have to be necessarily proficient. I just need to be smart enough that I can make good decisions, that I can hire good people, that I can make choices. I don't need to learn to be the number one expert in any particular field other than coaching, which is my core competency. But that's kind of, if I could just get to that conscious competence, I'll be smart enough to eliminate some bad decisions and make better decisions. That would be
Absolutely.
for me. So.